right, y'all. All right, I'm giving y'all double meat. Well, triple meat tonight, huh? All right. All right. Told y'all I'll come back strong. Anyway, Miss Sonya Wade. First of all, ma'am, thank you for telling me about Preachers of Detroit because I didn't know. And thank you, girl. I didn't know David Bullock, the pastor, was on it. Anywho, I'm gonna review this for you and me. Y'all, what did I want to say about this? She did ask me to watch this, and I looked back, at previous episodes because this is episode 4. So I went back to 1 through 3, and I kind of caught up and see where I'm going with stuff. So I do know folks' names, some of them anyway. So bear with me. But this is my recap for Preachers of Detroit, season 1, episode 4. It's this episode here really was about Pastor Shelby and his daughter, Bishop-elect Langston and Bishop Vaughn. Those are the 3 primary stories on this episode. And it starts off with the first story was Pastor Shelby and his relationships with, how he treats his children. Now, his children have the gospel group, the Shelby 5. And also, all of the kids are virgins. They range from 15, well, she's 16 now because she's going to turn 16 on the show. But, it was 15 to 24, and they're all pure virgins. Anyway, last night's episode, it's his daughter Amber, the 15-year-old. I told y'all she finna turn 16 last night on the show. Well, anyway, in their family, the family tradition with the girls is that when they turn 16, they go out on a date, their first date, and it's with their dad. And when I first heard that, when I was like, wait a minute. First, disclaimer, I'm going to try, y'all. I'm going to try because this is the Preachers of Detroit. I'm going to try to refrain from cursing, but child, 1 or 2 or 3 might slip out. Please forgive me. It's just who I am, y'all. I mean, I have to this happened in real life. Sometimes I get out there and shit. See? Forgive me. I'm going to try my best to be as respectful as possible, but I can't not be me to do this. And I'm trying to do this because you asked me to. And plus, I'm going to watch this now anyway. But work with a bitch. If you hear a couple cuss words like what I just said, okay? Anyway, let's go back to the show. Now, Pastor Shep, when I first heard about that's what they do, he take his daughters out for their first date. Okay, nigga, tell you the truth. I started thinking crazy, like, wait a minute, is this finna, I know damn well they ain't sitting here, and this woman that asked me to come, she know what I'm gonna say. But then I had to go on and get the demon out of me, and I look at it for what it really is. And what he doing is, he finna put something in our spirit that all girls should have instilled in them by their father if he bought in the damn thing, okay? So, with that being said, she getting ready for the party. For the date with her dad. They get her a makeover. She get her hair. They do everything. They get her ready. You hear what I'm saying? And we can, what made this shit relevant to me, and I really was for what he was doing, was the conversation he had with his wife, okay? And he was telling her that, we always teach our sons to take care of themselves because we believe and we teach our children that the man is supposed to take care of the woman. And, he said that even the Bible says a woman is they are a vessel. A vessel, yeah. We're a vessel to complete a man. And with that being said, he believed in a man being a man taking care of his woman, and his woman being worthy of that, that type of treatment. And he went on to thank his wife, for being such an upstanding woman and an example setter for his daughters. So I see where he going with this thing. So it's not so as, weird to me as it was at first. Okay, so it's date time. And, he can show up like a regular dude. Got on a dress, had a little, flower for her and everything. Now he's showing her what a dude that's interested in you is willing to do. From the attire that I choose to wear down to my mannerisms. And I was all here for Pastor Shelby. They go to the restaurant and he's sitting there trying to get in her head. So he asking her little things. You know how we do as parents. How what kind of girl you like. In her case, I'm talking me like I was talking to my sons when I got in their damn business and still do. But he asking her, what kind of dude do what you like? Talk to me. Tell me what you about. And to his credit, he's done, obviously very well with her, because that little girl was sitting there with little girl. She's 16, but to me, I'm in my 40s. She's a little girl to me. But the little girl done grew up in a household where she done seen her daddy respect, love, and honor and cherish their mom. So he doing right. See, the standards been set. You see what I'm saying? But we as parents, we always got to give it a little extra because we want to make sure it stick with your ass. Okay? See, I just cussed again. Y'all, I'm sorry. Okay? I'm trying. Pray for me. Shit. He ain't through with me yet. Anyway, doing that then, I ain't gonna really need these notes that much. I remember this stuff here because I liked this here. So I might go over there a minute, but I don't really need them like that. Thank you, Miss Wade. I'm with this. But, so, she told him, I want type of man, something like how I want a man that gonna treat me just like I seen you treat my mama. So he know he on the road, the right track. And what I really liked, y'all, through that whole day, he kept telling her how beautiful she was. See, the relevancy of that, for those of you who might not get it, was if the man that most girls admire first in their life is always their daddy, if he there. I know, even though mine was a Rolling Stone and everywhere that motherfucker laid his head, he called it home. I still love that man. You understand what I'm saying? Now, he did that shit after my mom died. Now, he ain't do that shit when no. He knew. He ain't play with her like that. But, the most influential man in a girl's life will be her dad if he's a father. Okay? Regardless of what all other shit that went down in the family, that man took care of us. You understand what I'm saying? So the first man a girl is going to draw herself to is going to be her daddy. And her daddy going to set the standard for what the fuck she go out there and look for. And what she attract. So what he was telling her every time he was telling her she was beautiful, he was telling her, you are worthy. And that's what a lot of times we don't hear as kids growing up. I remembered that so, and that rang so perfect. See, these two shows, because I just went off on the other video. Y'all will see that momentarily if y'all ain't seeing it now. But while I'm making this one, because I told y'all I'm giving you triple me tonight. So, the first person, it touched me. It touched me as a woman because I grew up, I had that love with my father. Even though, sometimes he didn't always do right by me and certain shit I seen after my mama died, he ain't do right. But when she was alive, growing up during them crucial years where it mattered the most, he did try to be there like that. He always did try to tell us about ourselves so we notice about ourselves. And if you telling your daughters like I told my daughters, and I tell my daughters that today, y'all are beautiful girls. But people always compliment me on my damn children anyway. But the reason why they don't go to their head, because I told them that. And that's what he doing with her. With what I said that girl name is Amber. Lord, that girl in that damn American Crime Story, that might be Amber that I heard on the, y'all tell me in the video over there, Crime Story. Cause that's where Amber came from, y'all. I might have been a college white girl over there, American Crime Story video, Amber, and that ain't that whole name. Cause when I said Amber on this one, I started thinking that's probably where I heard Amber when I watched this here. So y'all, if that's the case, I'm sorry, shit, fuck it. But back to what I was saying. Yeah, you tell your children, you know what I'm saying? Especially your females. Because if we don't hear, you know, positive, good things about ourselves growing up, we tend to gravitate to the same kind of motherfuckers that you really don't want to deal with. Low lives, gang runners, scammers, cheaters, abusers. That's what you gonna get because you have not been fully equipped to know who the fuck you are and how beautiful whoever you is to somebody and should be to yourself. We don't get that sometimes. So I see what he was doing. He was telling her, Amber girl, listen to me and listen to me good. I'm glad you hear what I said. I'm glad you watched what the fuck I did with your mama. I am glad. He didn't cuss. This my video. Y'all gonna have to accept. This is who I am, but I'm gonna give you the show. He told her, girl, let me tell you something. I know eventually I'm not gonna be able to control what you do. Okay? So if I can't control what you do when you leave outside my door, I want to at least give you the necessary tools to see that you succeed at whatever it is you choose to go out there and do. And image is everything. And how you feel about yourself is going to determine the image that you're going to put off the other motherfuckers. With that shit being said, that man was sitting there telling that girl, no matter what you may hear in this world, I want you to know, I say you worthy. And in her case, he double stacked. He's saying that as a father and the man of the cloth. So he got Jesus on his side. He ain't telling no lie. Because God don't lie. He don't tell no damn lie. Y'all are getting excited again. I don't know why. I'm on one tonight, y'all. I don't know why I'm so... I'm into these reviews tonight. Y'all getting... Ooh, baby, y'all getting uncut, Lady Nika. I'm sorry, y'all. For those y'all who, I'm sorry. I don't know why. I'm just into what I'm doing tonight. I feel like talking and reaching out to y'all and giving y'all what y'all asked me for, and that's what the fuck I'm doing, okay? So we gonna keep moving right along, and we gonna move on to cause I'm trying to keep the storylines together. Okay, we're gonna move on to the pastor-elect Langston. And it's time for him to get ready to actually go through, I guess, the final phase in becoming a full-fledged bishop. And he's talking with what he called his spiritual father, and that his name was Bishop Wayne Jackson. And Wayne Jackson. But you know, they having their little conversation, and I think this man is the man that pulled him off the street, because if you remember from previous episodes when they did the introduction, Pastor-elect Langston is one of those, he's the pastor that used to be a drug dealer, and he had tried to kill himself one time because he had got to a low point in his life, and the gun wouldn't go off. He said it was still clicking, but nothing ever went off. And from there, you know, he got with Jesus, and, you know, he proved by the way that man lived, obviously Jesus is enough. I know I roll with him. I'm waiting on mine. If I can't get my mansion here on earth, I sure want that one in the sky. So I live, you know, check to check, cheek to cheek, doing what the hell I gotta do, you know, the right way down here. If I can get me one of them up there, you know, feel me if you will. But he telling him, you know, in order for you to go through this next phase, this final phase, you must first make sure your house is in order. And 2, cleanse yourself of any foul thing that may still be manifesting within you. Let it go. Deal with it. Let go, let go. Once you do that, you'll be ready to fully accept God's anointment on your life. And with that, he thought about two things. He thought about his mama, and he thought about Pastor Bullock. Pastor David Bullock. Single. Pastor Bullock. With his socially inclined ass. That man know he got something else too. A lot of people won't like him. I love me some Pastor Bullock. I don't care. I love him. Love him, baby. Love me some Bullock. Whew. Yes. God. But anyway, he thinks about him and Pastor Bullock had a disagreement, fall out, little words was slung and stuff. We're gonna talk about it. Then he thinks about his mom. And he went to visit what we thought was his mom, but actually she's his adopted mom and his biological auntie. Well, when he was growing up, his mother was, now they said she was on the streets. Now, I don't know if she was a crack dealer, she was a streetwalker. I don't know who she was or what she did, but she was out there in them streets and she knew she couldn't take care of her child. So she gave her son, him, up to the auntie for, to live with him so she'd take care of him. Well, his mama wound up going out in them streets and she got killed, y'all. And I think he had issues surrounding that, you know what I'm saying? And so he went and talked to the auntie and they prayed and talked about it and everything. And we see that he does go to the gravesite to actually speak to his mother for the probably first time. And that was cleansing of him. Then he met up with David Bullock. The Bible say the truth will set you free. So I have no problem with saying that I got a soft spot for the good pastor. I've seen the good pastor before. Child, what you see is real. He something else though. A lot of he pissed people off, but his message is real. And anyway, last time, cause I'm lusting in my heart while trying to give up Preachers of Detroit. Forgive me, Lord. Lord, forgive me. I am wrong for that, y'all. But well, they say the first step is acknowledging you're wrong. I was wrong for that. Sorry. But anyway, back to the recap. Pastor-elect Langston called on Pastor Bullock to come over because in the past, they had a preacher's powwow after the first episode was Dietrich Haddon, and he came on the show just to introduce all these pastors and get them to come together and sing this song. They did that. From that, they started working on different projects. The whole thing is they're trying to uplift and change the city of Detroit because, as we all know, Detroit has been on the decline for some years, and although they are doing, they trying to bring the city back alive, but they only doing it in certain areas, and they are trying to work together collectively, all of the ministers, to try to bring about change in the community, to build us back up, okay? And they had a pastor's powwow, and at that powwow, Bishop-elect Langston may have felt that David Bullock, the pastor, was attacking him because he was just simply asking questions. But see, the way David Bullock asked questions, if you not really, I don't know, you got to be a certain kind of person not to be offended because he comes across as if he is judging you, but in actuality, he's trying to understand. But he's so damn intelligent and good with his words, he seems like he's always on attack, but he's not really trying to attack him. And the only question he asked Pastor Bullock during that meeting they had was, how do you know what's going on in the neighborhood when you... Well, he asked him, first question he asked was, you think Jesus drive a Bentley? Because let's just be honest, him and Bishop Ellis, they live like kings, man. They got beautiful homes. And Oxygen ain't had no problem with putting it out everywhere, baby. They done been out in them people pool areas with these fountains coming up out the pool, these luxurious cars, clothes. I mean, baby, I guess the Lord pay good too. That's all I'm saying. Well, he was asking him, you know, in other words, what he's saying, you say you're a socially conscious pastor and you want to reach the people, but how you going to reach the people if you don't even know who the people is? All you know is the collection plate on Sunday morning. And he got kind of offended by it. And he was asking him legitimate shit, you know. What do you do besides go to the church house every Sunday and collect your check? What are you out there in the community really doing? And after that powwow, he had animosity. But he called David to come back to his place to visit with him, right? And they got into it again because he tried to call David a clown for standing his ground and asking serious questions, regardless of how the fuck you took him. And he, you know, David basically, you know, when he insulted him, he didn't go off on him. He gave him a slight little reading, then he walked on off, you know. So it's been animosity between the two of them since then. Well, in order for him to go through his final phase of becoming a full-fledged bishop, he has to make peace with David. So that's why he called him over there. And at first you would think that they going to get into it, but they not. Because all David Bullock was just trying to say to him is, what did I do to you to upset you? What is it about my presence that's bothering you? And they came to realize they really didn't have a reason to ever have been got into it. And Pastor Bishop-elect Langston did apologize to him. And you would think David wasn't going to apologize for all them people that be trying to go against David. Yeah, he was going to apologize, but he had to break it down a little bit more. But in the end, he did apologize because he admitted he went there to kind of like, you know, he said he was, you know, he was giving him questions in a way that it would upset him. He tried to dig at him a little bit, and he apologized for it. And they both came together and was cool. You know, they realized in order to accomplish the main goal of this show, which is to bring about a change, a social change, a spiritual change, a financial change, you know, we're going to have to learn how to stand together. You understand? And you can't do that. I can't tell you what you need to do, how you need to take care of your brother if me and my brother can't get along. His brother being Pastor Bullock. You understand? But they did get that took care of, and it was cool, okay? They good. Now we gonna go to, Lord, I'm trying to make this brief. This was a meeting between Corletta Vaughn, Bishop Corletta Young, her husband, Evangelist Dorinda Clark Cole, and her husband Greg. They met up to have dinner. And during that dinner, Evangelist Cole and her husband Greg found out that Bishop Vaughn's husband, I forgot his name, don't stay together. He lives in North Carolina. She stays in Detroit. They get to, you know, the Evangelist's husband asked how they make that work. Greg was like, he really, you know, they not. I mean, not Greg, her husband. Vaughn's husband was trying to, you know, basically say he don't like that shit, but that's what can he do? His life is there. She wants to be here, you know. They've been doing this for 11 years. Well, she started saying it's not her problem. It's his problem. It's not her. It's him that causes them to live like that. And I guess they've had these kind of conversations for so long, that man just got quiet, like he didn't really want to talk about it. And instead of her being able to, you know, tell that he don't want to have this conversation, well, she kept wanting to have a conversation, she brought human shit up. So we see in a later scene that he meets up with Greg Cole, Evangelist's husband. That way he can talk to him one-on-one, man-to-man. Y'all, that man say 6 months into being married to Bishop Vaughn, he felt like he had made a mistake. He said he came to Detroit supposedly for a summer and spent 32 years there. Now he back in North Carolina. He is not making another move. He said he finna get ready to go. He got his plane. Matter of fact, he leaving tomorrow. And he don't know if he coming back. Because he tired of that lifestyle, you know. He don't ever really have no time for it. And then he talked about a time where they had went to Africa, child, and say she barely acknowledged who he was. He said he felt real disrespected by that. He said he wants a wife that talks to him like a wife and not like she talking to her congregation. So it go to where he's sitting there talking to her, but he packing too. He finna go. And she know it and she don't like it. She want him to stay, you know. But I think this man, on this, the way I got it was, all these years while you were building yourself up to be the great Bishop Corletta Vaughn, I was here taking care of our now grown kids. You haven't been here for me, you know. I had to go through this. I had to live in your spotlight, you know. How many times have I wanted you to be here with me, but you had to go, you know, do your ministry somewhere? How much of my life have I, you know, missed out on just being the man you needed me to be? And I feel like he feels some kind of way for that, y'all. I don't know. Y'all, that cold stuff, I still got it. Anyway, I'm sorry. He leave, y'all, and that's pretty much was the show. I don't know. I will be back in with the next installment next Friday. And until then, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Peace.